So here we are in the afternoon, and I'm really glad to see that you all came to listen to our storytelling. And I agree totally with everything that Gary has said. I approach it a little bit from a different viewpoint. I look for stories in companies. I'm from a public relations background, and I've always believed that you don't have to wait for some earth-shattering thing to happen to have news. There is something going on, and it is that personal narrative in every company. There is something going on, even if it's a huge, big company, it's not around one person anymore. But there is something within that company that drives the company, and there is that story. And people will experience that story when they interact with you. Whether you're a huge Fortune 100 company or you're a little mom and pop on a corner local company, whether you think that you have a story or you think that you have an image or not, you do. You absolutely do. And everybody that has some interaction with you experiences that, and the experience that they have becomes their story that they tell about you. So I think that it's really important to do this review process and to think about what is this company all about? Why are we doing what we're doing? What do we believe in? People talk about our brand promise. Well, you need to think about what that is and how are people going to experience that. And it's very important that you look at this and you find and create your own story. Because if you don't, somebody else is going to do it. And you might not like the story that they tell. And then you're going to have to start trying to fix that, change it, manage it, change the perceptions, and then you're into a whole nother thing that you have to do. So it's really important to try and figure out what is being said. And this review process of looking online, do you know that for years we spent fortunes on market research and doing surveys and asking questions and doing focus groups, but we know that you don't really get the genuine heartfelt answer, because as soon as you are doing a survey, people will try and reply in the way that they think that you want them to reply. So the minute you stand up and say to someone, "Hi, I'm doing a survey, can I ask you a question?" you've changed the dynamic. You're not just talking to some guy in a pub and saying, "Hey, what toothpaste do you like?" I mean, that doesn't happen. But online it does. And now you have access to all these incredible conversations. And you can look and you can see what kind of stories are people talking about, what are they saying about you, and how does that fit in with what you think your story is. So here's one example. I think you all know what this is. Okay, hi, I'm a Mac, I'm a PC. And you just look at that guy, the Mac, and immediately you know that that is a Mac user. And there's a whole story that goes along with Mac. And who uses a Mac and why are they like that? And they are kind of the cool guys and they're the designers. And now this other guy is the PC. So who told that story? The Mac guys told that story. And when they say, "I'm a Mac," that's fine, because they actually do make these products and these computers. Somehow, this guy became Microsoft. And Microsoft doesn't even make PCs. Yes, they make the operating system, but it didn't say, "Hi, I'm the operating system of a PC." It says, "Hi, I'm a PC." But who's fighting back against this? Is Microsoft. So somehow this now has become Microsoft's story that's being told by somebody else. And I mean, it really has not put them in the best light possible. I don't even use a Mac, and every time I see these ads, I just giggle, because they're fantastic. The story is amazing. It really resonates with people. So now we have I'm a PC. And I'm sure you've seen them. And they've done some incredibly good things. They've done a whole social media campaign, upload yourself. So all these things that people are doing is not really even costing Microsoft money, because all their users are rallying and their brand advocates are rallying, and they're uploading things like, hi, I'm a PC and I dive with sharks, and the other one is I chase zebras. And so what they're trying to tell you is, we're not this stereotype person that you're trying to tell us we are. But even as all these good tools that they're using, they're still trying now to handle a story that someone else has told about them. So this was not their origination. And that's just not, I mean, it's not a good place to be in. So this was from eWeek. The I'm a PC commercials are a sad Microsoft acknowledgement about how smaller rival Apple out-marketed the giant. So here's another company that's been doing some storytelling. They started this campaign called Let It Out. They sell tissues. This is Kleenex. So they figured, what do you use Kleenex for? Well, when you get emotional. And so they have this idea where they have a couch and they put it down in the middle of a street, an event, wherever, and they have a guy sitting there who's supposedly like a psychologist, and they say to you, come and take a seat and let it out, tell us your story. And people are doing it, amazingly enough. They're just sitting down and they're telling stories and they're crying and they're using the Kleenex and they're making videos and everyone's talking about it. And then they got really clever when the Olympics were on. They changed it to tell us your most emotional Olympic memory. And so they tied it in. And so as we go on, I'm sure we're about to see, tell us your holiday story. So here she is. She's on the couch. Here's another one from Dove. I don't know if any of you have seen the campaign for Real Beauty that Dove is doing. They've done it with young girls, and they've done this one. And this was quite clever, I thought, because there's a lot for women in this age group where they talk about anti-aging. And Dove took a completely different stance, and they said, we are pro-aging. And they used normal, ordinary people. They ran a competition to find 4 or 5 women who are not models, and they used these women and told their stories of what's going on in their lives, why are they using this Dove product, and what it has meant to them. But they're real women who are over 50. So again, this is a personal narrative that they're using. In the campaign for Real Beauty, they showed just how unreal the young girls are that you see in the beauty ads and in the magazines and on the billboards. So they show, you can find it on YouTube if you look for Dove campaign for Real Beauty. And it shows this young girl coming in with no makeup on whatsoever, and then just very quickly, that's all fast forwarded, how they take her through the procedure, do her makeup and whatever, take the photograph, then it goes into Photoshop, they lengthen her neck, they take in her cheeks, they make her eyes look bigger, they fluff out her hair. So this thing that you see at the end isn't actually real. And again, that's just Dove telling the story of, hey, you don't have to fall for this. This is something that's not real. We understand and we're trying to support you. And they're tapping into the concerns of women on all ages.